everyone. So today we're going to talk about the recent YouTube ad crisis, why brands are freaking out, why creators are freaking out, no one's making any money, what is going on, and where do we go from here. I apologize in advance for any video quality issues. I live in the city. This is honestly the best place in my house for lighting and sound, and the soundproofing is not great. So, as many of you know, there was a Wall Street Journal article that came out a few months ago where a reporter discovered that there were ads being shown in front of what it claims were questionable videos. A lot has been made about, whether these videos are actually questionable or not, what's going on with YouTube's content filtering system. But the article basically called into question YouTube's ability to properly filter questionable content, such as like terrorist videos, racist videos, anything else that brands might object to advertising in front of. And therefore, videos were maybe being monetized when they perhaps shouldn't have been. So because of this, some of YouTube's biggest advertisers like Starbucks, Pepsi, Walmart freaked out, pulled their ads from YouTube, and creators then freaked out because now they're not making any money. Like, seriously guys, it's actually really bad. And so chaos ensues, and here we are. As many people have pointed out, most consumers, if they see an ad for, say, Nike in front of a video where somebody, say, likes to bludgeon puppies to death or whatever because they're a huge asshole, most consumers don't then assume that Nike somehow promotes bludgeoning puppies or that they're responsible for this person creating the video. But here's how brands think of it. One, brands like to protect their image. They want to have, or feel like they have, some semblance of control over how their ads are being shown, where they're being shown, so it doesn't make them look bad. The last thing they want is some Wall Street Journal reporter coming up to them and saying, hey, Starbucks runs ads in front of puppy killer videos. And then what does Starbucks say to that? We don't care? Even if they don't actually give a shit, they have to pretend like they give a shit for appearances. Two, brands are also paying money for these ads, sometimes really big money. So even if consumers don't see the ad and believe that Nike thinks it's cool to kill puppies, by running the ad and allowing the video to be monetized, Nike or Starbucks or whichever brand is essentially supporting a puppy killer with their ad money. And if the video is really questionable, maybe even wasting their ad money altogether in the process. If brands don't feel confident that YouTube has the ability to filter out content as they see fit, how can they be sure that they're targeting the people that they actually think they are? Now, this explanation might still seem ridiculous to you, but think of it from this perspective. So imagine you own a business, right? And you want to feel like when you're paying money to advertise on YouTube, that the ads are being shown where you think they are, that you're targeting your actual customers and not just random people. And you may also feel like you don't want to support puppy killer assholes with your ad money. Even if you know that consumers aren't going to automatically equate your company with puppy killing, do you want to be paying a puppy killer with your ad money? Probably not. Do you want to sort of know where your ads are being shown so that you know you're reaching the right people? Absolutely. You also may think that while this might only matter to, say, a small business like somebody like you or me, and Starbucks is a huge company, so why would they care? They do. Whether it's because they care from a moral standpoint or they just care because they want to look good in the press, they do care. It's the same reason why an airline company doesn't want to pay for advertising during a news segment or a TV show that's about a plane getting hijacked or exploding. Why would they want to pay for an ad that isn't going to make them money? Or why would they want to show an ad for plane travel during a segment where the people watching it may have a negative feeling about planes? Another important thing to remember is that some executives are still more comfortable with the model of traditional media. So traditional media, which includes television, magazines, radio, newspapers, outdoor advertising, basically anything that's not on the internet or digital, they kind of have a different method for showing ads. So an ad buyer might actually know like what the content of the show is going to be, and therefore they can choose the ads that are going to be best suited for it. So like they know during this sports game, we should show ads for, Axe body spray or, Wings places or like whatever it is. or beer, you know, whatever they think is going to be the most relevant. Traditional media, it's so much easier for brands to say, here's what the content is about, therefore here are the ads we want to show. Whereas with YouTube, because the content is user generated, there's literally billions of videos and they could be about anything. So YouTube has to use a computer algorithm to say, here's what the video is about, here's what we think we're going to show in front of it, and these decisions happen like that. I don't know if you have ever created a YouTube video, but when you post it up there, like, you can monetize it right away because a computer system has looked at it. There's no person that is looking at it to say, yeah, this is cool for ads, or no, it's not. TV show or newspaper ads being bought and planned in advance, but with digital advertising like YouTube, ads are paid for on a much shorter time frame. So the point is, mistakes can be made. Now, I work in marketing for a small company, so I understand this logic from a brand perspective. When I imagine it from the perspective of, say, me owning my own company and wanting to decide where my advertising money goes, who it supports, and where it would be the most useful, so that a Wall Street Journal reporter doesn't say, like, hey, why are you running ads on puppy killer videos? Like, I get it. But I also understand it from a creator perspective. As many of you know, either due to algorithm tweaking or there not being enough ads to support all the videos that are on YouTube now, many YouTube creators are feeling the squeeze and not making as much money as they usually would be. And this is affecting everybody from larger channels to smaller channels. So while I get the fact that brands need to feel control and protect themselves in their advertising investment, it really sucks for all of the people on YouTube who are kind of getting squeezed out by this sort of behavior. What some people don't understand is that YouTube has to use an algorithm in order to sort out their content. It would be physically impossible to pay people to look over every video and decide which ones are okay and which ones are not. And one of the problems when it comes to using an algorithm is that many people have differing ideas about, like, what is okay to use or not. So YouTube is basically trying to create this giant content filtering system that can take billions of videos on YouTube and somehow figure out which ones are okay for ads when different companies may have different ideas about what that means. So basically, brands want to be able to filter their videos. Creators want to be able to get paid. YouTube is in the middle, being yelled at by both people. I honestly don't envy them at all. So now the question that people are asking is, where do we go from here? What will happen in the future? What can I do about it? So honestly, I'm not sure where this will go. I personally think it's a possibility that YouTube ad revenue for many creators that have videos with, say, video game violence, sexual humor, adult humor, the ad revenue might never recover, especially if brands decide, you know, like, we don't really want to advertise in front of that. It might rebound, but I wouldn't be surprised if, in order to get brands like back onto the platform, YouTube flags this content entirely or just says, nope, you can't advertise in front of any of it. So what will I think will happen in the future? I think it's possible that many channels will have to move to different methods of fan funding in order to survive, which is kind of what we've started doing at Geek Remix. So many niche or smaller channels have kind of already done this. And I think that it could be an even more popular option for more people than have already started doing it, especially ones that YouTube doesn't deem fit for advertisements for whatever reason. And lastly, what can you guys do about it? So I think this is where it gets really important for people to support the channels that they love, especially if the channel that you love was previously supported by ads. And this is, you know, it could be donations or other types of support, subscriptions, likes, comments, like that stuff all helps. Signing up for sponsor deals. The creators that you watch now need you more than ever. We may not be able to change YouTube, but hopefully we can still support each other while we go through this, like, honestly super shitty process. If you want to support Geek Remix and the works that we do, there will be links in the description on ways that you can do that. We have PayPal, we have GameWisp, and GameWisp is basically the same as Patreon, but it's just for gamers. We have an Audible trial link, which is a great way to support us if you can't give money. If you want to hear more from me, you can check out our other videos on Geek Remix and follow me, Geek Remix, a lot on Twitter, Instagram, or Tumblr. Anyways, thanks for watching and thanks for all your support. Bye!